Ring the bell, you pansy. Holds up to 9mm quite nice. Woohoo! Man, I really struggle with that left-handed shooting. Got one in the pipe, 12 in the mag. "13 rounds. Woo, doggy. Something I like to do is take this little 3-inch steel gong and see if I can put 5 rounds on it from 7 yards. Got 5 rounds in the extended magazine. Got him. Hello guys and gals, Buffalo here. I've got a SIG P365 here at the range today. This is one of the most requested pistols that I've ever had on my range. I get comments requesting me to take a look at this pistol all the time. It's a very popular concealed carry pistol. For those of you that don't know what a SIG P365 is, it's a polymer frame, striker fired, micro compact pistol chambered in 9mm that's intended for everyday carry. So it's got to be easy to carry, got to shoot well, and in this case has a really good capacity to it. But this is a little bit different. It's an NRA edition. Got the Coyote coloring, or Coyote, some of you guys might say. More of a brown than, you know, a lot of us are used to seeing the FDE or flat dark earth colored guns. Those have a little bit more of an olive tint to them. This is more of a brown. I really like it. Really good looking pistol. But we're going to go over it a little bit here. I'm not going to get real crazy in depth, but we'll go over it and take a look at it, and I'll give you my thoughts on it. We'll start at the top of the gun and take a look at these sights. These are X-Ray 3 tritium day and night sights. You can see they're steel sights. They've got tritium inserts. It's got 2 inserts in the rear sight. Then it's got one in the front, and it's surrounded by a neon green ring. Really easy to see sights, very easy to use, and these are steel sights, so going to be durable. Got a little bit of a shelf here on the rear sight to help with cocking the gun. One-handed manipulation if you found yourself in that kind of situation. Really nice sights on this pistol. And as we move down the pistol here, the sights are sitting on a stainless steel slide. Of course, it's got that Coyote Cerakote finish on it. Serrations front and rear to make the slide easy to rack and easy to do your press checks with. The pistol has a 3.1 inch barrel. It does have a cutout just above where the rim of the cartridge sits, so you can look in there and see if you've got a loaded chamber or not. Now, of course, you're going to need light and a good set of eyes to be able to do that. But you can always feel the extractor. It'll let you know if you've got a round in the chamber, or at least a piece of brass in the chamber. And of course, as I mentioned, press checks are easy enough for this pistol. Alright, as we move on down, the slide stop and takedown lever are on the left hand side of the gun, which is perfect for a right-handed shooter, but you can't switch this around. You can't switch the slide stop around to the other side, so you're stuck with it right there. The grip frame, of course, is polymer, and it's dyed through and through with that Coyote color. It's not just a coating on the grip frame, it's actually through and through that color. And this grip texture is just really nice. It's almost got like a skateboard tape feel to it. Not quite as sticky, but kind of that same feel. A very fine texture, but very grippy. Of course, you've got 360-degree wrap around. You've got texture on the back strap, the front strap, and both side panels. Pretty good texturing, and basically just a very ergonomic grip on the gun itself. Very nice. Now, out of the box, the magazine release is also on the left hand side of the gun, but it can be reversed. So if you want to, you can swap that around to the other side to use it with your finger, or if you're left-handed, you might want it on the other side, but it is reversible. And I like this magazine release. It's a good size. It's in it, the right location. I haven't, not one time did I accidentally hit the magazine release like I will with some pistols in this size category, where you'll accidentally hit the magazine release and drop your mag while you're trying to shoot. Never had that happen with this pistol. I like the magazine release. Alright, we'll take a look here at the trigger. As you can see, the trigger doesn't have any kind of like a bladed safety or anything like that on it. In fact, this gun doesn't have a manual safety whatsoever. The trigger is pretty nice. I'm going to take the magazine out just to make this easier. Trigger's pretty nice. It is a little bit creepy right before the break, or spongy you might say, but breaks really nice. Using my left finger here so you guys can see it, but here's the reset. Very short and crisp. I love that tactile and audible reset. And here's the break again. Brakes, not a whole lot of over travel there. Just a nice clean break. The only complaint, and it's not really a complaint at all, I mean, it's not a bad trigger. I just compare it to some of my other guns. It is just a little bit creepy or spongy as you're coming to the wall. I do have my trigger pull gauge here handy. We'll see what weight it's pulling. Get this around where you guys can see it. A little over 6 pounds, about 6.5 pounds actually. So not the lightest trigger, but trigger weight isn't everything. And other things make a great trigger. The clean break, over travel, take up, and this thing scores well in all those areas. The trigger weight is probably a little bit on the high side because there's no manual safeties, there's no bladed safety on the trigger. So probably the reason you got a little bit of a little heavier trigger pull on it. But honestly, when I was shooting it, I didn't notice it. I would have guessed the trigger to be 5.5 pounds. So now this pistol did come with 3 magazines. Man, I wish more companies would do that. I hate buying a pistol when it comes with 1 magazine. 2's okay, 3's even better. So it comes with 2 10-rounders. You got your flush fitting 10-rounder. I'll show you. Got your flush fitting 10-round magazine. You've got a 10-round magazine A little bit of a pinky hanger on it. And of course you've got your 12 round magazine, which is extended to give you a full grip. I love that it comes with 3 magazines. Trying to think, make sure I covered everything that I wanted to cover. I get down here and I forget sometimes. One of these days I want to start making me some notes and bringing them down here with me and checking them off one by one. For now, I just stick to the old wing it style. I try to wing it and I always leave something out. I got to get better at that. But anyway, I did want to mention that it'll shoot plus P ammunition. You can shoot 9mm plus P in it. You guys that are into the plus P stuff, this little pistol will handle it. It does have a rail. I don't think I mentioned you can mount, it's got a groove here on either side. You can mount accessories too. You can get lights, lasers, or whatever for this pistol. You can get adapters that'll adapt this over to a more common 1913 Picatinny style rail. And that brings up another point. The aftermarket support for this pistol is huge. It's such a massively popular carry pistol. Of course, the aftermarket's going to jump in and make things for that. So holsters are easy to get, lights are easy to find, lasers, that sort of thing. Won't have any trouble finding accessories for this pistol, and for myself, that's a big plus. Okay, so I was putting the gun back in the case and just realized, this being the NRA edition, it does come with this challenge coin, or collector's coin. It's got the SIG on one side and the NRA logo on the other. Pretty cool little piece if you're into that sort of thing. If you collect this kind of stuff. Pretty neat. That ought to do it. I'm going to shoot a 5-shot group on paper here. Some of you guys like to see that. I'll shoot it from 7 yards. So I'll walk that off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 yards. Does that look about right, guys? I'm just kidding. I've got it marked off back here already waiting on me. Measured it out earlier. So let's see if I can shoot a halfway decent group. Well, no, not really, but the gun shoots pretty good. It's just, you might want to show them the group here. Just, my shooting's not all that great, but there you go. 5 shots on paper from 7 yards. So we'll do a quick takedown of the pistol. I'll make it as quick as I can here. But I did want to show you the carrying case this gun comes in. It's a pretty nice little case as far as these little cases go. Got the SIG logo here. Takedown of this pistol is pretty simple, pretty straightforward. First thing we'll want to do is remove our magazine. Check our chamber, make sure we're all clear, and we are. So now that the gun is cleared and the magazine is removed, we can push the slide to the rear, push up on the slide catch, lock the slide back, pull down on our takedown lever, push back on our slide, and then let it come all the way forward. Here's a look at the slide assembly. Got a dual recoil spring assembly here. Looks like a steel guide rod. And here's that little 3.1 inch barrel. Of course it is dirty right now. I've been shooting it. And here's the slide. So we'll go ahead and put that back together. Just make sure everything's nice and straight. I did want to show you something on the frame when you go to putting this thing back together. This little lever right here. See how that, move that up or down. If it's in the up position like it is now, you can't get the slide back on. So you have to make sure that that is down. Now, also this lever. If somebody were to, if you were cleaning this thing, fooling around with it, and somehow you got that lever back up, you can't just pull the lever back down. You have to make sure you push the slide catch up, then pull the lever back down. So now we're ready to put our slide back on. Just put it all the way to the rear. Snap our takedown lever up. We're good to go. There's your takedown. Okay, so I'm losing light pretty quick here. I'm gonna have to wrap this video up. But I want to say this is not my pistol. Steve sent this over. The same Steve that built the shooting table and the shooting bench. So we appreciate you for sending this over and letting us take a look at it. Now, I had a lot of fun with this thing today. I only put about 250 rounds through it in all. What I got on video, and then I shot some, you know, of course, I'm always going to shoot some off camera as well. But that's all I put through it. So this is not some kind of long-term definitive review. But I did have a lot of fun with it. I had 0 malfunctions. Another thing, this pistol is made in the USA. A lot of you guys want guns that are made in the USA, and this is one of them. And I don't know if I showed you or not where this is an NRA edition. It has the NRA prefix in the serial number. So, great little pistol. Again, you know, at the end of my videos, on my review type of videos, I try to ask myself if a close friend or relative was looking at this gun and they called me from the gun shop and said, "Hey Buffalo, you know, I'm looking at this SIG 365. I'm thinking about buying it. Is there any reason I shouldn't buy it?" I say, as long as it's a new manufactured pistol of recent manufacture, go for it, man. I don't see any problems with them. Seems like a great little carry pistol. This would be really easy to carry, and that capacity is really nice. That 12-round magazine gives you 13 plus 1. 13 plus 1. 12 plus 1 is 13. So it gives you 13 rounds total. You know, my Kentucky math catches up with me sometimes on these videos. But that's really all I got to say today. I want to thank my Patreon members. I don't mention those guys in every video like I should, but if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be out here doing this. At least not on a regular basis. You know, I might put out a video every now and then, but I wouldn't be out here every week doing it. There's no way I could afford it. So I appreciate those guys. I'm going to try. I've got something in the works over there on Patreon for you guys. I'm going to try to get it done here in the next couple of weeks. You'll see a post about it. I think you guys will be happy with it. And I guess that's all I got. So I'll talk with you guys again soon.